Making PT sales is one of the most common questions we get asked, and especially how do you turn that into a system that you can trust time and time again? So here's some quick fire steps to make sure that you turn your sales process into a system that you can trust. Number one, remember when the sale starts. It starts from the very first interaction you have with the person, not when you sit them down for the consult. Start building trust from day one. Use the person's name, lots of eye contact, find out some things about them. Make sure that you're being genuine and authentic. Number two, when booking the consult, here's a quick tip. Don't use the word consult. Try and use the person's language for the type of challenges and problems that they need help with, and then try and solve them for them. So basically book some time in your diary to help the person solve their biggest challenge, not do a consult. Do that when you book your appointment, you'll get more success. Number three, before the consult, make sure that you're sending the person some kind of communication. Number one, to build trust, and number two, to get rid of any anxieties or fears or questions the person might have about turning up. As an example, what do they need to wear? What do they need to bring? Where are they going to meet you? Some easy things that you can do, and send them a couple of testimonials of people just like them who are getting the result that they want. It'll start to build that trust nice and early. Number four, you get into the consult itself. Now you're going to sit the person down and do a proper meet and greet. Now, as part of this, here's a few things to talk to the person about. First of all, don't start with some consultation questions. Get into an easy conversation, ask them how their day was, build some more rapport. Do that for the first few minutes. Next, tell them a bit about your brand and why they can trust it. Have you been around for 10 years? Have you got hundreds of testimonials? If not, just give them some reliable, trustworthy facts about the company. Next, tell them a little bit about you and be genuine. Don't talk about qualifications too much. Talk about why you're a personal trainer. That will make a huge impact on people. Number five, have a section of your consultation that's just about the emotional side of why somebody wants to change. In this section, you want open-ended questions. You're going to be talking a little bit, and they are going to be talking a lot, hopefully. Be prepared for them as well, finding it hard to come up with the answers. So in this little section here, you need to be patient, you need to be quiet, don't jump into the empty space. If you need to ask another question, try and word it slightly differently and ask again, and wait, let the person have a think about what their answer is. So this is the emotive questions. You want to find out why the person is here today, why they want to change. What deep emotional reasons might they have for turning up and wanting to improve their health? Number six, once you've done the emotional side of things, you need to tackle the logical side of things. So you need some questions in your consultation that helps people build a plan that makes sense to them. So in other words, how many times a week are they going to need to come into the gym? How is it going to fit around things like work, children? What's their budget? Like, is it going to fit into their lifestyle the way that they need it to? And is it going to cause no more problems than we've actually got already? So that you need a checklist of logical things that the person needs to tick off. Build an emotional bulletproof case and then a logical bulletproof case. Number seven, we're getting towards the end, and one of the most important parts is your pitch. So once you've found out why the person's here and why they want to be here and why they want to change, you've set up a logical case with them and you've ticked off all those things that need to make sense to them. The only thing really left to do is to prescribe what you want them to do. And that would be my key tip in this bit. It's a prescription, it's not a pitch. As an expert, as a personal trainer and a coach that you would consider yourself an expert, prescribe to the person what you think is the right thing for them to be doing. Maybe that's come and train with you twice a week and do another 2 sessions a week on their own. Maybe it's train with you 3 times a week, maybe 4, but give them the right tools for the job. Once you've done that, sit back and relax. I wouldn't even tell them the price at this point. Tell them what they need, sit back and relax. From there, let the person think. Let the person think about, okay, can I do this? Does it make sense? Can I feel the excitement and the need to actually take this challenge on? Let them have some time. Last step, number 8, if you get a yes, if you get someone then says, right, let's do it, I'm in, how much is it? And the budget's right and it fits their needs. Then the next thing is, when does the consultation end? This is your final step. So it doesn't stop when the person said yes. There's still a few things to do. And our final tip for today on this is get certain things in place to make sure that you've set the client up in the right way. So a few things to make sure you do. Number one, get them on a standing order payment. Get that payment system set up and take an initial payment up front. That will get some extra commitment from the client and give you some security in the financial part of your business. Number two, give them a set time slot. Tell them this is your slot in the diary that I'm going to see you every single week, and that will only change if one of us needs to change it, but that's what it's going to be. Number three, do your success policies perfectly. So what I mean by this is, what's your lateness policy? What's your cancellation policy? What happens when you or the client goes on holiday? Deal with all that stuff up front. Then it never becomes an issue and your relationship with the client can stay nice and solid and kind and friendly. Last thing I would give them to do, and our last tip today, give them something to do. So when we finish our consultation process, we always give the client a health and lifestyle questionnaire to take away. This does a couple of things. It gives them momentum immediately. It helps them see that they've got something to tackle straight away. The second thing it does is gives you an opportunity to coach the next time the client comes back to see you for their session. How did they do? Did they fill it all in? Did they fill some of it in? Or did they say their dog ate it? Whatever it is, it's going to give you some feedback and some opportunity to coach straight away. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed those tips today, and I hope it improves your sales process. Until the next time, you can find us at the Profit Podcast over on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, or at Coach Campey and at Matt Robinson PT on Instagram. Hope that helps.